How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Black Wolf, and I'm here to talk about one of the best Battle Royale games you've probably never heard of. I'm talking about Naraka Bladepoint. Trust me, I know it's a bold claim that I'm putting Naraka Bladepoint over the pillars of this genre, such as Warzone, Fortnite, and Apex Legends. But as someone who's put time in those games respectfully, I can tell you for sure that this game is by far, at least to me, the best Battle Royale game out there in the market. I'm somebody that has put in their fair share of time within each of these games, especially if we're talking Apex Legends. I was one of the many in the early days to try to climb the ranks, and the very high octane combined with the unique character design and the very addictive game loop forced me to learn the game and fine-tune my mechanical skills if I ever wanted to climb the ranks. So I did. That was mind-numbingly painful, and it took me 4 grueling long seasons. But the day came when all my hard work started to click, and I started to enter this almost transcendent-like mind. Most gamers call this flow. It's almost as if I'm a conductor of a opera, if you want to call it that, and I control the tempo of the battlefield. And once you hit flow, from there, the rest is pretty damn easy. Just lock in and show the lobby no mercy. Rinse and repeat, climb the ranks. So I did. Fast forward, I was 1 game away from ranking up to Apex Legends, and I ended up catching a almost godlike state of flow to where I dropped my first ever 20 plus kill in the lobby. Apex Legends, that's pretty damn hard to do. So I logged off after winning that game, and the next day when I logged back in, I had found out that EA had sent me a notification and my account had been blocked due to suspicious activities. I tried everything I could to recover my account, but sadly, they just gave me the runaround, and my account was forever lost to the void. To this day, it's fuck EA. And I'm glad that I got banned. It was a blessing in disguise because I didn't have to sit there and watch my favorite game get the life slowly drained out of it because of corporate greed. Gamers will be gamers. They love what they love, and most of them don't have the incentive to call things out for what they are and back away. But I lost that ability to tap into flow. I struggled for a while to find a game that could replicate that feeling that Apex gave me. That is until 24 Entertainment and Tencent came together back in 2023 and brought us the game Naraka Bladepoint. And man, this game has such a high ceiling cap, but once everything clicks, it's a masterpiece.
An ominous aura still pervades this place, even though Omnius is no more. If you happen across the heartbeat betrays you.
The game has a variety of characters for you to choose from. The customization in the game is quite in-depth. You can spend hours, and I do mean hours, just customizing the way your character looks. And as of now, there's currently only 1 character that is uncustomizable, and I believe that is Yodohan. I used to play a MOBA game on the phone back in the day known as Onioji Arena, and that is where I ran into Jotunheim. Now,
Smart
correct me if
beginnings
I'm
make
wrong.
good endings.
I don't know if this is a port over character,
Eyes
but
up here.
if I'm correct, I believe Jotunheim is a
Dark times
very
ahead.
prominent figure in Chinese mythology. So maybe you cannot
It is in
customize her
ancient
out of that
texts
due
that we
respect.
find the instruments of the
NetEase
future.
is a huge gaming company located in China. Back to the character customization.
If we
It is
win,
quite
you get
in depth. As you can see, I
20%.
don't have every character unlocked, but the ones I do have unlocked, I customize to my liking. And
You'd be
it
lucky
adds to
kneel
the
at my feet.
feel good, look good, perform good energy. You dig what I'm saying? Each character has their strength and their
Only tie your
weaknesses.
fate to mine
You
if
have
a taste
disruptors.
for violence.
You have your standard assaults. You have your tanks, which I like to call transformers in this game. Currently, there's 3 of them. You have your healers. You have your assist characters with their own unique niche, if you want to call it that.
No
But
verdict
each
shall be
character has a
given without
huge
concrete
learning curve.
evidence.
And currently, I have mastered 3 out of the roster. I've mastered Takeda. He's my main. I've mastered Naraka, and I've mastered Okoye, Tiger Dude. Amazing. But I take the time to flex, meaning I learn all the other characters that I've purchased. Because when you're playing with friends, this game has solo, duo, and trios. When playing with friends, it's best to synergize. You dig what I'm saying?
Just remember that she is no longer the little sister you once loved.
Don't worry, Mama. I'm going to bring her home. No matter what. Sai, this area is perilous. We can't stay here long.
The weapon variety in the game is unique, to say the least. As in, it's primarily melee based. You do have range weapon in the game, but they're not like Warzone. You don't have fully automatic guns or anything like that. The closest you're gonna get is the Swarm, but these are standard old fashioned single fire weapons, and you have your melee weapons. You have your fisk, knives, swords. You have your katanas, that falls on the sword. You have your great swords. You have your heavy swords and your pole swords. You have your spear and your staff. You have your daggers and your fans. And I believe you have a unique weapon that you can only get at late game from a Morris Blessing. And that's that little spinny thing right here. The spirit spike. It's very broken. That's why you can only get it late game. Game changer weapon. But each weapon has its unique combo. They can each be customized through skins that you can open through loot boxes. This game is very free to play friendly. There is a shop, so you can spend if you want to increase the rate of your drip, meaning how you look for the uninitiated. But it's very free to play friendly. As you play the game, you earn rewards, you earn loot boxes that you can customize your weapons with. And these weapons come by tiers. Blue being common, purple being epic, and gold being legendary, red being mythic. Mythic weapons have a unique animation sets, and it goes the same way with your character's look. My Okoye, right here, he has a mythic skin on that I lucked out on. I have only, believe it or not, guys, throughout my time of playing this game, and I've been playing for quite some time, almost 4 years straight, I've only ever spent $20 on this game, and that was for a battle pass for a season that I really, really liked. Most of the skins that you see in the game, I've earned through playing. There's events every season for free-to-play players that want to log in every day and commit their time. The company is very good at rewarding their player base for playing. Something that you see a lot of AAA studio here in the West fail to do is to reward their player base. They want to gouge you for whatever cent, for whatever penny that they can get out of you by making the game more of a gambling system and everything good around the game locked behind a paywall. This game is not like that. And I'm for player agency. As a gamer, your time is very, very precious. So choosing to commit to a company that understands that and then rewarding their player base for that, I'm all for, and I'm going to support, and I'm going to push, because that's how it should be, in my opinion. Each character has an ability and an ultimate, and if you go to your preparation side in the lobby, you can alter how you want to engage with your character. This gives player agency to experiment with their builds, and different builds cater to different situation. My Akoi, for example, I built him for super aggression.
Zai! This is too dangerous!
The combat in the game is very, very addictive. High pressure, high octane, multi-layered. At face value, it comes off as simple-minded. You know, you have your blue focus attack. It's a standard battle royale game, so most of it is you drop in the map, find loot on the ground, find weapons, find gears, suit up, and get ready for action. But when it comes to the combat itself, it's primarily revolves around a rock, paper, scissors type of thing. Your blue counters your white regular focus attacks. Regular focus attacks are just your standard melee, and your blue focus attack is your charged attack. Now, your blue counters the white counters the red or any other color, and red counters blue. So the whole bread and butter of combat is to psych your enemy out in doing something out of the ordinary to disrupt their combo. So you would typically do a blue focus and release it at the perfect time, but then that leaves you with the urge to get countered. Or you can animation cancel, and that's where skill expression in player base comes in. Let me take this time right now to give a special shout out to a high school friend. He let me borrow one of his songs to use for this video. So I'll leave the link in the description below to go support his music. But back to the video. The combat becomes very addictive once everything clicks. Learning to psych your opponent out and guessing what they're going to do before they do it is, I think, the psychological hook that hooks people on to this game. It's either going to break you or it's going to hook you in right away. For most people that I've encountered, it breaks them. They're not used to this. I grew up playing fighting games like Soul Calibur, old school Mortal Kombat, Injustice, things like that. I love fighting game. I'm a huge Tekken fan, huge Street Fighter fan. So seeing elements of that combined with the Battle Royale aspect, to me, chef kiss. So the second part of combat is movement. I would argue in this game that your mobility, your movement, your ability to abuse the mobility in the game is more important than mastering combat. Because if you can outperform your opponent in movement, you're quicker than them, meaning you have more opportunities to either attack or plan something out. So mastering the movement in the game is where the ceiling cap comes in. This game is a game that heavily relies on animation canceling. So having the ability to, I call it toothpicking. A lot of people in the community call it toothpicking as well. I do not coin this name, but it's when you charge your focus, animation cancel it into something else. And that's where the bread and butter of combat shines. You use that to psych your opponent out into doing something that they normally would not do. And it's pretty awesome when you can pull it off. The ability to just weave in and out seamlessly as you navigate the map feels so good. Dopamine release, you know? But that's where, like I said earlier, skill expression comes in. I am going to coin this. I haven't heard anyone in the community call it, but I call it stick shifting. The way I'm moving on screen right now, that's literally what I call it. It's just animation canceling into your mobility. Things like that will make or break you in the rank system. If you want to play this game for fun, don't gotta worry too much about that, but I'm a pretty competitive player, so I like to take the time to do my best when I play games. And to do that, I have to learn the mechanics. I have to fine-tune the mechanics. This game forced me to do that.
Your brother, your kin, come home.
She's already in hell and will meet again soon.
This game has one of the most competitive player base that I've ever encountered in all of gaming. But they're not toxic. These are people who, 9 out of 10 times, if you ask for help, they will teach you, they will guide you. They will help you develop your mechanical skills to where you can contest them. You don't really see that in other games. This game was able to help me catch flow again. I was able to build focus. I was able to discipline my mind through the rank system. It's a great game. It's not a perfect game. It has its flaws. But altogether, I give it a 8 out of 10. As far as Battle Royale goes, I give it a 10 out of 10. If you're competitive like me, and you like that high-octane combat, I highly recommend Naraka Bladepoint. It's not for the weak. It's not for the faint of heart. So, I welcome all newcomers. And, yeah, step up to the challenge. Let's see what you got. Who knows? I might catch you in the ranks. There once was a carp swimming upstream. He came across a waterfall and tried to climb it.
There's a good girl. With me here, you don't need to worry about a thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't keep my promise. Protect you.
No!
And time again, he failed to climb the waterfall. But he never stopped.
I won't make mistakes.
He kept going every day.
This time, I'll keep you safe.
Brother.
It's to hell I must descend. To save you. Then so be it. I'll bring you home no matter what.
And through his sheer pride, through his sheer resilience, his body was able to morph into a mighty dragon. And finally, he was able to ascend the waterfall and see the heavens. If you're new at this game, I dare you to keep going. Tune your mechanical skills. Become great. Hit flow. Enjoy the game. And who knows? You too might transcend.
Zai.
Black Wolf, out.